It's OTA week.
Yep.
Let's start with Eagles, and the big story is Kevin Petullo, right? The new OC, and what Kevin walks into right now. What advice would you have for Kevin Petullo?
I don't know. Don't screw it up. Like they got a good formula right now. Look, the Eagles. I mean, they were indoors, so it does matter when you're all in one field. Everything is echoing, but it was about as good a spirited practice as I've seen in a long time. I mean, like they just don't waste time when they're on the field, and it could be the drills that they do, like whether it's the peanut punch drill where everybody punches the ball out. I don't see any other teams doing it, but I see the Eagles doing it, and then I see them actually carry over to the field. And Jalen Carter and Zach Bond are punching out in playoff games to help them win these games. To watch a young kid, say like Quinyon Mitchell, work, it's unreal, actually. You win a Super Bowl, maybe you think, okay, young kid, this is easy. We just won a Super Bowl. I started every game, 21 starts. The kid, if he's not doing a drill, he spends every second of the practice working on his footwork. Like it's like, I remember one time I was out in San Francisco when Jerry Rice was there. Mooch was the coach, and I'm doing a game, 49er game, and I'm out there on a Friday practice. And literally, and I'm not comparing him to Jerry Rice, but if Jerry Rice wasn't in a play, if somebody wasn't throwing him the football, he was throwing the football to himself. And that's what it was like watching Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell work. I couldn't take my eyes. They never stopped working, no matter what the drill was.
Here. Now we're going to play a game. It's called Pump Your Chest or Pump Your Brakes. I will make a statement, and then you will tell me either or. You ready? Let's start with the fourth. Let's start Flyers. Matvei Michkov is the next one.
Pump your chest. Absolutely. Pump your chest. I'm all in. I'm all in. And you know what? I think everybody needs to be all in because he's the juice. When he's on the ice, the team looks completely different.
They do. And it's not like he's playing with great players around them either.
No.
If you imagine
when he gets some talent.
Right. When he's got talent. My God, like we're watching McDavid and McJesus and what he was doing.
Yeah.
You got talent around Matvei. I mean, he's a baby. He's going to be ridiculous.
And you don't know, one of the things, he's fearless.
Yeah.
And he's not, how should I say this? He hasn't been compromised yet.
Right.
There's no contamination.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said.
Get on the ice, and you have that. I want to score. I want to help, and I'm bringing the juice for the offense.
Yeah,
it's just something different about him. And pump your chest.
I love it. Fighting Phillies.
They are a big deal. They are a big deal,
and that's why on this post Memorial Day, I wanted Jimmy Stanks. Stankaroo! Look at that.
Oh, he's got some red on, not Dodger blue. Yeah.
He looks good.
Hey, looking handsome today.
He looks trim.
Yes, he does. He looks like he's been working out. The sleeves.
Hold on a minute.
Tight on
Hold on a minute. I got to go change. I got to get my blue shirt.
Look at how he's flexing the guns.
Look at it. Here you go, Jimmy. Nice, buddy. All right. What is the T-shirt? Connie Mack?
Connie Mack from Shibe Sports. Yeah.
I love it, dude. It looks great on you.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Good summer look. Good summer baseball look.
Looks great in red.
Let's talk about some fighting Phillies. What a trip, Jimmy.
What a trip. What a good trip they had. 6-1. I don't care who you play. That's a good trip. They did a lot of good things, a lot of things right. Obviously, the consistent characteristic of this team the last couple of years has been their starting pitching, and they're built on their starting pitching. It continues to deliver for them, but also the offense. I look back to a few weeks ago. Actually, it's more like a month ago now. It is a month ago on on April 25, after the games of April 25, they were 13-13, and since then they're like 21-7. So they've played great ball, and you look at the numbers since then. Offensively, they're in the top 3 or 4 in the league since then in every important offensive category, right there in pitching as well. So they have played really, really good ball. Regardless, I know they've beaten up on some bottom feeders, but that's what you have to do. And now they'll have the Braves coming in for a little bit more of a test, but they're coming home. The crowd should be electric. It should be a really fun series. Best team, best record in baseball, kind of same time next year type of thing. They're the best record in baseball at this time last year, and then they got into that second week of June, and they were really a 500 club after that. So it'd be nice if they could just maintain consistency throughout the season. But you have to like what you're seeing, right?
There he is, Jacques. What's up?
Morning, cuz. Morning. Morning. How was the holiday weekend? Everything good up there?
Who cares about out here? I want to know what it was like down there in the water. Shark in the water. Baldy in the water.
I got to be honest, man. I didn't have 1 second of fear. Wow. Not even a little trepidation. I just felt like they were, I don't know, maybe it was the girl that was kind of leading us. It was just me and this girl that was kind of like the shark expert, and 2 other people that they got sick. They went in the boat. It was just me and the girl. I mean, we were out there probably 3 miles off the coast of Jupiter, Florida. Pretty deep water, crystal clear blue water, but deep, 250 feet deep. And we chum the waters, and the sharks come from the depth, and they start rising towards the food in the chum. And they kind of circle and come at you and swim away. And I don't know, bull sharks are normally like a little aggressive, but I didn't feel that. I had some reef sharks. It was fun, man. I didn't want to get out of the water, to be honest with you.
So take us from the beginning, right? So it's you and another couple and the shark expert?
Me and Josette, another couple, a captain who runs the boat, and this girl, who basically takes these shark tours every day. So I was picking her brain, like I got my GoPro. Is that going to bother him? Well, the sonar, just keep it close to your body. The sonar can kind of, from your camera, can kind of affect them sometimes. Just keep it close. You'll be fine. I said, what if they come at us? I go, well, she just said, look, just push them away by the nose. They'll go away. I mean, honestly, what she said was right. I had one that came right at me, but not aggressively, just came at me, just kind of pushed it away. Wasn't trying to pet it or kiss it or have fun with it or anything. Just kind of like nudged it. Just
nudged it away like a block, like not even a block, right? It just
no, not even a block. Not like, it was just kind of, so there was 2 bull sharks and there was 1 reef shark. We only had 3 or 4 sharks I was in the water for over an hour. Only 3 or 4 sharks, but they were like beautiful, just beautiful. Like they were really good looking sharks. They hadn't been cut up by too many hooks and hadn't been cut by knives. I mean, not too scarred up. Like really, one was probably 9 foot. The other one was probably 8, like really nothing really too outrageous, man.
9 foot. 8 foot bull shark.
He just says it so matter of factly now.
But
8 foot, 9 foot.
It's interesting because you had no fear. Like you
None.
just. What happened to the other people?
As soon as I saw them, I saw them coming up. There's 2 that came up, from the depth. I saw them coming up. I was in the water. I asked the girl if I could swim down to them. She said, "Don't let them get comfortable with you first. Like we'll let you dive." We got some video coming that this girl took. It'll probably show up this week. That should be pretty good. But she goes, just kind of float on the top, let them come around you, let them get comfortable, like don't give them any reason to be nervous or anything. Like they've got good vision. They're looking at you, but they're not interested in you. And so honestly, I just took her advice and everything she said was true. But like from the moment I saw, and even when they were circling and going behind me, I still didn't feel like I was threatened at all.
You didn't feel like prey.
No, I didn't feel like I was chum. And so honestly, I kind of wanted to go back out yesterday, but I got talked out of it and going to some barbecue instead. But I kind of want to go back out there when there's 8 or 10 sharks out there. Because it was a holiday weekend, there were a lot of boats out there. So I'm sure the sharks were kind of like a little nervous by that many boats. A lot of fishermen out there and whatnot. But I'm gonna go back out there and see if it's any different if there's 8 or 10. Maybe a hammerhead, maybe a lemon shark, a black tip or something. Maybe if they start coming around, it might, because I really wanted to kind of have that fear and see if I could just overcome it, but I never got it.